RES, Racist PN, back on their job. The new HBO, okay? As you can see from the title, these guys are now claiming that Canelo's win over bum-ass, weak-ass, no jab, back me up into the ropes, and wail on me, Callum Smith, was a good enough win to eclipse Terrence Bud Crawford. Let's go ahead and talk about this shit. All right, so y'all know what time it is, you know, and it's just once again showing and proving. These dudes talk, I show, I prove, you get mad. That's how shit goes. But as you can see, these guys are trying to say that the Canelo Alvarez fight with Callum Smith was enough to knock Terrence Bud Crawford out of the #1 spot. You want to know why this is so damn interesting? Because back when I was advocating for Canelo Heavy, and even back when I was advocating for Terrence Bud Crawford, I was one of the first people that said that Terrence Bud Crawford is #1. And if you're not going to put him at #1, the true #1 pound for pound fighter is who? Canelo Alvarez. Keep that in mind, my Latino racist fan base, while you out here harassing, throwing hissy fits, saying this, that, and the third. Keep that shit in mind, okay? I was always saying, Canelo is pound for pound #1 if you want to talk about resumes and who people have fought and accomplishments. There's so many videos of me saying that. Notice, and this is why I'm bringing it up, notice when Vasily Lomachenko, Caucasian, was pound for pound #1, nobody cared or fight to have Vasily Lomachenko knocked out that spot so Canelo could have it. Everybody was fine with it. And I was saying, how y'all gonna not have Canelo on a pound for pound list? That's fucking weird. I said that for the longest. And I said, if you're not gonna make Canelo Alvarez pound for pound #1, the #1 pound for pound fighter is Terrence Bud Crawford. Go ahead and backdate me. Do you notice how when Teofimo Lopez knocks off Vasily Lomachenko and they're forced to recognize that he was never pound for pound #1, and now that Terrence Crawford sits comfortably in that spot, now they want to try to knock somebody out of it. How come y'all didn't try to knock Lomachenko out of the pound for pound #1 spot? How come nobody was worried about where Canelo was placed when Vasily Lomachenko was pound for pound #1? Once again, boxing is just like gangs. It's all about colors. I keep telling you this. You can't connect the dots. You can't, what? What is it? It's simple math. When Vasily Lomachenko was #1, nobody cared to try to put Canelo in the #1 spot. Nobody argued. There's never been an article like this said, hey, did Canelo Alvarez just eclipse Vasily Lomachenko? Did he just do this? Did he just do that? No. No, he didn't. Okay? And if you ask me, the Kovalov fake fight was more impressive than the Callum Smith fight. So why wasn't he knocking Vasily Lomachenko out of his #1 spot then? The problem is the #1 spot is held by a black fighter. So now they want to go back to the negotiation tables to say, hey, shouldn't he be pound for pound #1 now? But they didn't have that energy when it was Vasily Lomachenko. I told you, boxing is a racist ass sport. Don't let nobody tell you different. You can tell by where people move and shake. And hell, if you still need proof, just go in my comment section. That's all you got to do. Or how about the last video I got exposing Canelo Alvarez? Go watch that video and make the correlation between the comments you see and the name next to those comments. All Lopez, Garcia, Diaz, Torres, Lopez, Perez. Read all their comments. There's the ones that's always the negative, derogatory, foul, fucked up comments. It's like they can't be honest worth a damn, which is why I tell you, don't let these people talk about your fucking fighters. All right, because their shit is based off something else. But back to the matter at hand. The point is, they never tried that when it was Vasily Lomachenko. Now that it's Terrence Crawford #1, now we gotta go back to the drawing board and rethink what it is. But nonetheless, I will say this. I always give old media a lot of shit, but I've always recognized two guys who has always been honest with me. Well, actually three. Now, all these guys get accused of fanboying, playing the white knight, you know what I'm saying, protecting the bottom line. I think these guys can only tell so much truth. That's why I give them credit for the truth that they do tell, because a lot of these guys has went out the way to tell their truth, and we slam them for doing the usual turn the blind eye and promote this fighter. But sometimes they do keep it real, and just like bad things and good things, you need to recognize people do something good and when you do something bad. Those three guys was actually Max Kellerman. He don't get enough credit for his honesty. Paulo Malignaggi, I know his racist ass comments, but what motherfuckers ain't racist against you in this world, okay? And Teddy Atlas, okay? Now, all these guys have done the bullshit before, but they also have told the truth. This is what Teddy Atlas said about the situation.
I'm not going to move a guy who beat someone who he was supposed to beat, a guy who was exposed, Teddy Atlas said. He's going to stay right where he belongs. Crawford hasn't done anything to lose his position. Ultimately, it was close, with some members of the panel changing their votes and giving Alvarez the nod. However, that shift was not enough to dethrone Crawford, who still maintains his place and will enter 2021 as the pound-for-pound king.
And that's 100% facts. That's 100% facts right there. Teddy Atlas told the damn truth. I had to bring that up because Teddy Atlas get a lot of shit for being fake sometimes in white knight. But Teddy Atlas does tell the truth a lot of the time. The same thing with Max. Max really don't get his fuck credit. Max has really put himself out there and actually has put his job in danger by telling the truth a few times. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's only so truthful you could be, because I look at Andre Ward and what the fuck he do. I look at Tim Bradley and what the fuck he do sometimes, and I said that just must be part of the gig. You know what I'm saying? But the moral of the story is, you wasn't worried about #1 when it was held by Vasily Lomachenko. Why do you care to get Canelo the #1 spot now that is held by Terrence Bud Crawford, when Canelo should have had that spot from rip, just off Jump Street? And I've said that, just from off Jump Street. But once again, the person with the wrong color sits in that spot. Can't you see it now? Isn't this shit abundantly fucking clear? Can we all stop pretending? I think everybody knows what they doing on the internet now. I think you know who's who on the internet, who's really doing what, who's really a fanboy industry plant channel. You know what I'm saying? Who's really on some racist shit. You know what I'm saying? And who the real motherfuckers is. Just like boxing, y'all hate the real motherfuckers. Y'all hate the throwback fighters. It's the same thing on YouTube. You hate motherfuckers that's not with the bullshit and don't need to push no narratives and game. And most importantly, you dislike me and what the fuck I do because you can't control my tongue. Everything is about controlling what the fuck you do. This is why we are the only group of people that literally has individuals going around and policing our content. This one dude entire channel exists off of criticizing black content creators. Tell me, where's the black version of Dirty Kirk? Where is he? He don't exist. You want to know why? Because we never care about what other motherfuckers got going on. We've always done our own thing. And you guys always come to wherever we are. Just like you do to LDBC. You go to wherever they are only to bitch and complain and cry. And why? When you don't have to go there. Just like you don't have to come here. You come here because evidently we the only ones that can do it like this. Because if you could do it like this, then you would be on those channels and only worried about that. But you only worried about what certain content creators do and say. Once again, because you can't be what they are, whether it's on the internet or in the fucking ring. Bruce Vane, I'm out. Cut the